for good grades or for health, like God already knows if you're going to get into an accident or not, you know? And so it kind of like questions like if like you do have like free will, basically, like the other guy was saying. So I mean, it like contradicts. Is like, so does God like know like, you know what I mean? Like, does God like know the plan, or does God like go with the flow with you, like as you pray?
Okay, and you ask a very hard question. Why pray? If God is all-knowing, why pray? All right. In our culture, too frequently, prayer is a way to hit the button to get the cosmic bellboy to fetch my bags. You know, I haven't studied for this test, Lord. I sure could use an A. So I'm praying to you for an A. That's not real prayer. Prayer is not an attempt to get the goody-goodies. Prayer is an attempt to develop intimacy with God. See, according to Christ, the purpose of life is to know God, to love and worship God, and then to love and serve people. So the first purpose of prayer is to get to know God. And that's why when you read the Psalms, you'll notice what a struggle prayer is. Prayer is not, now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Amen. Good night. It's not prayer. That's a magical formula, a ritual. Prayer is a real struggle, where I as a human being am struggling with God in prayer. That's the first point. Second point is, hopefully what I'm learning in prayer is to learn to align my will with God's will. That's Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, yet not my will, but your will be done. Thirdly, does God use prayer to bring about his will? Absolutely yes. That's why James writes in James 5, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. In a way that I don't understand, God uses our prayers to bring about his will. To change events, he uses prayer. Does that mean that God depends upon our prayers? No, God doesn't depend upon our prayers. God does what God chooses to do. So, pray and learn to pray deeply right from your heart, because prayer is you seeking to connect with the living God who loves you deeply. Watch out for people who say, if you pray this way, you get what you want. That's a lie. Prayer is not a technique to learn to get what I want. That ain't it. And you'll hear that often in the United States. Don't buy it. There's no magical way to pray that you get a job. Okay? No. Prayer is, first of all, the human struggle to get to know God, to develop intimacy with God. Does God use our prayers? Yes, ma'am.